The Indian game begins by opening with the queen's pawn controls the center and usually leads to a more positional development of the pieces. The Indian game begins by controlling the important e4 square with the knight, rather than a pawn. c4 builds a strong center by controlling the important d5 square and creates a square for the knight to come to c3 without blocking the c-pawn. The king's Indian defense prepares to develop the bishop to g7, allowing white to build up a strong center, which black will later try to undermine. Knight f3 supports the d4 pawn and controls the e5 square. Bishop g7 puts the bishop on the long diagonal in a move called a fianchetto. g3 prepares to fianchetto the light-squared bishop to g2, where it will control the center from the long diagonal. Castling kingside tends to be safer than queenside because the king is further from the center. This develops the bishop and gives it scope on the long diagonal. The bishop is ready to be developed to an active square. Castling gets the king out of the center and activates the rook. There were worse moves, but also something much better. Developing the knight and increasing influence in the center. This overlooks an opportunity to strike at the center with a pawn. That's fine. This strikes at the center with a pawn, trying to gain space. One of the best moves. This is not the right idea. This is the strongest option. After all captures, this is an equal trade. Takes back. This allows the knight to control more squares. This is the only move that works. This defends the attacked pawn. This threatens to win material through a discovered attack. This prevents the opponent from being able to win material through a discovered attack. A very strong play. Very precise. A solid choice. This overlooks an opportunity to kick a knight. This threatens to tactically win a pawn. This stops the opponent from being able to tactically win a pawn. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. Recaptures. Right on target. This kicks a knight. This moves the knight to safety. This misses an opportunity to kick a knight. This is a fair move. This is the strongest option. Advancing the pawns in front of the king can compromise the king's safety. One of the best moves. The knight moves out of a pin, while also providing critical defense to a piece. This move puts the queen on a safer square. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. Now, black can't stop white from winning a pawn if they make the right moves. This permits the opponent to win material through a fork. Sacrificing the knight was the right idea. This wins a rook. This forces the opponent to double pawns. Takes back. This develops a piece while also winning a tempo on a knight. This is the way to win a knight. A very strong play. That pawn capture will win material after all trades are complete. Recaptures. This captures a free knight. Recaptures. That was a strong discovery, and white will win material. This protects the attacked pawn. That X-ray attack will win material for white. This move puts the queen on a safer square. This wins a pawn by removing a key defender. Takes back. Recaptures. This moves the rook to safety. This is the way to win a knight. This takes an outpost, a square where the knight cannot be kicked out by a pawn. This wins a knight. This evades the check from the rook. This protects the attacked bishop. This allows the opponent to force eventual checkmate. This overlooks an opportunity to force eventual checkmate. This threatens to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trades. This wins material. This leads to losing a queen. Very precise. This steps away from the checking queen. This continues down the road to checkmate. This steps away from the checking bishop. This continues the checkmate threat. The bishop is now adequately defended. This continues the checkmate threat. With the right follow-up, this will win material through a discovered check. This evades the check from the bishop. This continues the checkmate threat. This protects an underdefended bishop that is under attack. This continues down the road to checkmate. This steps away from the checking bishop. This reveals a check. This protects the attacked bishop. This captures a rook and eliminates a threat. Takes back. A solid choice. This evades the check from the queen. This threatens to force eventual checkmate.